Welcome, and thank you for watching our video introduction. I'm Kirsten Barazan.
And I am Nathan Barazan.
And our business is Lighthouse of Learning, LLC. The history of Lighthouse of Learning begins with our family living the, quote, normal life. Nathan and I were both working when we met. We each had our own level of education and talents at our jobs that we worked. After we got married and pregnant, I stopped working to be at home with our stepson and new daughter. During this time, I was also completing yoga teacher training and developed my interest in energy and essential oils. I opened my first business, Karavi's Remedies LLC, as a platform to sell and educate on essential oils and teach yoga. It was going well, and I was able to make at least a little bit of money each year to create a presence in the community while Nathan worked to bring in our main income. Like every business, my niche interests were growing, and I was beginning to further define my voice in the community. This gave birth to the idea of Homeschool Yoga Mom. This was first developed as a blog, but eventually grew into the new name of my business presence. I wanted to be able to teach yoga more privately and specialize in teaching to children. We homeschooled our children, so I wanted to focus on that community and how I could best serve them. This grew into an interest of taking an educational angle to teach anatomy, philosophy, and yoga as a lifestyle. This was happening right at the same time Nathan and I had begun plotting for him to leave the corporate world and join me as an entrepreneur full-time. The corporate lifestyle provided financial security, but had become burdensome to our family. Nathan missed so much of the kids' lives being away at work, providing income for us. We felt like he could better provide for the family by being with us more often. We began eliminating luxury items like satellite TV that we never really watched, consolidating errands into less trips out, began making packaged items we used, such as bread, jam, and mayonnaise, growing our own vegetables and herbs, and raising our own chickens for eggs. We started brainstorming all of our skills and how to market them. We came up with two other businesses, Hobie Homeschoolers LLC and Barazan Family Farm. We marketed the following skills: helping homeschooling families with their creative process and end-of-year verification of skills, family budgeting, financial management, small business consultation, and tax preparation. We grew and sold raw produce and our canned goods. And we created workshops and homeschool classes about gardening and canning. Helping Homeschoolers became the parent company, with Homeschool Yoga Mom and Barazan Family Farm being DBAs, doing business as companies. Education was the common theme for all three businesses. After 1 year of business, we have learned so much about how we can best utilize our land to serve our community, the level of commitment and availability people have for workshops and classes, and our own personal future goals for our family. We also learned that our many talents are spread too thin across three businesses. We decided to combine our educational efforts into one business, Lighthouse of Learning, LLC. We would like to share more about who we are as individuals and our background. My qualifications: I have an associate in applied science and business management. I hold an RYT, registered yoga teacher, 200-hour teacher training and certification. I earned a prenatal certification and have had training in the YoKid program for teaching yoga to children. I have over 600 additional hours of yoga teaching experience and continued education. And I have been the leader in our homeschool planning and implementation. Achievements I have gained in homeschooling methods and yoga and meditation are: first, I began homeschooling our oldest daughter at 6 months old by going to organized group playdates in the community and spending a lot of time at the library. There, she developed a love for books, and because she has a love for reading, she will always be learning something new. At age 5, she currently reads at a 3rd grade level, can hold a conversation efficiently with adults, performs 1st to 2nd grade math functions, and can socialize in any age group. When I homeschooled our stepson, we began homeschooling him in grade 6 and had his skills tested by a local evaluator. It turned out that his skills for reading, writing, and other skills were inconsistent and ranging from 3rd grade level skills to 7th grade. Despite the fact that he had failed the majority of the standards of learning tests on more than one occasion, the school system continually passed him through without having the sufficient skills to proceed. 2 years in a row, we were promised extra helpers in the classroom to give the extra attention to students that needed it, only to be disappointed. Our efforts, combined with the tutor, helped our stepson have his most successful academic year homeschooling. By the time he was done, he had improved all of his skills to a consistent grade 6 to 7 level and was ready for an unexpected return to public school for grade 7. My experience in private yoga sessions has led me to work with unique clients, including a double leg amputee, autistic children and adults, PTSD, childhood polio, pregnancy, and epilepsy. I specialize in one-on-one care, creating a yoga program specifically for the individual's needs and goals. I am emotionally intelligent, an empath, and claircognizant, and an indigo. These are energetic traits which allow me to connect with and read individuals' social situations and relationship dynamics. With this deeper knowledge, I can better assess what tools I can utilize for the student or client. I have learned and continue to learn how to use essential oils safely and effectively. At home, we use essential oils for cuts, bruises, burns, headaches, indigestion, allergies, coughs, colds, in cooking, calming and relaxation effects, balneotherapy, which is using baths for health management, and meditation.
My qualifications are that I have a bachelor's in management in accounting, an MBA in project management. I have 15 years of tax, management, and accounting experience. I have a certificate and experience in social media marketing. I consult for private small businesses. And I am a chef and have restaurant management experience. Achievements I have gained in public and private accounting. During my first job with an accounting firm, I prepared various types of tax returns, audits, and financial statements. My best find during my experience was that I amended an amendment to a return that resulted in the client getting a refund of $80,000. After gaining experience there, I moved to private accounting and found a position with a local petroleum company in analytics and received promotions every other year. While with the company, I consolidated their main bank reconciliation from a 20-day process to only 5 days. Saved the company $100,000 on audit expense by reviewing their profit and loss statement, and researched and implemented a maintenance tracking software. Through my experience in public and private accounting sectors, I developed strengths in taxes, reviewing financial statements, bookkeeping, and budgeting. After the petroleum industry, I found a position at a university, and here I was able to learn skills in education and management. I managed the business office and financial aid, and had a lot of success at the university. I received the Irvin Strayer Award, which is the highest recognition given to the top 1% of the company's employees for demonstrating leadership and excellence in their position. I was promoted to campus director within 2 years, and was promoted again to the corporate office, where I managed 10 campuses and 26 employees. Using employee empowerment techniques, I was able to exceed goals, adapt to change, and maintain high morale. I received the Unsung Hero Award twice for exceeding goals and duties, and also received other campus awards for campus recognition, student success and experience, management, and leadership. I also led the university in achieving financial goals for the 2 years I supervised the financial aid program. My experiences at the university helped me learn team and employee management, leadership, and professional empowerment. The more I climbed the ladder of external success, I started asking myself more questions about how I actually viewed my success. I realized that the more I climbed, the less time I had to spend with my family. I had developed a track record of saving companies millions of dollars. Why couldn't I start putting that experience and success to work for myself? My last day of working for someone else was over a year ago, and we have surpassed our first year's expectations, are continuing to grow and adapt in order to live a self-sustaining lifestyle. We are able to begin and end each day on our own time, and through our business, we are able to earn a livelihood, putting our skills to work for us. Ultimately, what we're striving for as a family, as entrepreneurs, and as individuals is sustainability and personal empowerment. We want to be able to live a lifestyle that is sustainable, that offers us life's basic comforts like security, belonging, and success, and empower us to be knowledgeable and self-sufficient. Ultimately, we want the same for our fellow people. We want all people to have a happy, healthy home to come to, belonging in a community, and successful contribution to the greater good. If you could earn a living doing what you're passionate about, would you? Would you express your most authentic self and get creative so that you can put your talents to work for you? How do you think the world should be? Do you want to set an example that will extend past your own lifetime? Everyone has the opportunity to leave a legacy through the impressions they leave on others.
Okay, so why would you want to invest in your personal empowerment? Empowering yourself with additional skills can improve how you manage your stress, manage your time, or add value to yourself as an employee. Stress can trigger illness. Our personal experience demonstrated that stress increases the likelihood of expression of our own personal health dilemmas, including epilepsy, PTSD, and autism. Stress also affects your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to getting sick more often. An increase in health management bills can contribute back to stress. We have been largely conditioned to think that when we are sick, we should go to the doctor and get advice or a prescription to get well again. There are many home remedies and other steps we can take before spending the time, money, and effort to get to a doctor. This will not be true for every single case, but for everyday first aid and common illnesses, we can place our health in our own hands. By empowering yourself with additional skills, you can learn how to add value to yourself as an employee to help protect your job and marketability, or learn skills to become an entrepreneur and take back control of your time and financial security. Duties have become so segregated and specialized, it seems that everyone has to become an expert on only one thing, that they forget to learn other necessary skills for living. For example, you don't usually learn as you graduate with a BA in accounting that some light carpentry or engineering might also be needed when you own a home. Just like you don't usually learn that if you are that carpenter or engineer, some business administration and management skills will be necessary when you open your business in order to provide people with that skill. When we open ourselves to more than one type of skill, we can provide more for ourselves without having to spend time, money, or resources unnecessarily. Affluent countries have the privilege of being able to buy goods, but it is usually produced at the expense of another person's quality of life or the environment. How many times have we bought items at the store and the product is not made in the country that you purchased it in? Here in the United States, a lot of goods are produced in other countries. Do we ever stop to think about the quality of life of most people in those countries? Do we think that our money spent on that product actually goes to improve the well-being of the person that made it? If we know that person is an entrepreneur owning their own small business, or the products came from a fair trade approved vendor, we can take some comfort in that. But if not, we simply do not know. Let us also consider the food that we eat. How is it that we can buy so many raw foods year-round? How long does that food travel to get to where you are? And what else had to be done in order to grow it out of season and make it available? Why can't you pronounce so many ingredients in packaged food? When you start to consider these questions and others like it, you begin to see the value in voting with your dollar, spending money only on the goods and services you see as a direct benefit to you, while also considering what purchasing that good or employing that service is voting for. Becoming skilled at voting with your dollars puts you in control of what types of goods and services are in demand in the marketplace and in your community. Currently, public school education teaches to memorize information for a test. It does not encourage learning. This is up to the teacher. But so often, the teacher's hands are tied with what must be taught for the test that there is not time to teach critical thinking or allow time for many mistakes to be learned from. Therefore, upon completion of formal education, many lack critical thinking development and other skills necessary for adulthood. The term adulting has been created out of a recognition of this skill set. If formal education systems are not addressing these skills, then we rely on the skills to be taught at home. In many homes, both parents work, and there is not much downtime to teach these seemingly extra skills. They appear to be extra because as parents, you expect that all skills necessary are being taught while they are in school, preparing children for adult life. However, if we think about it, we could all name off some skills that we wish we had known before heading out into adulthood. Empower yourself with these skills now, or empower your children with them now so that they can be prepared for what lies ahead. In summary, from these examples, you can see that certain systems that govern our current paradigms and ways of life are flawed. Our food system produces and approves food that is unhealthy for us, yet is marketed to us as safe. Our political decision-making systems are flawed and cannot be trusted to always make the decisions that are in our best interest. Our education systems leave many of us disempowered and create unequal opportunities. These systems advocate a form of systemic disempowerment. We encourage all people to reclaim their personal power and teach themselves the skills they need to be the best they can be and use their own talents and skills in order to make the best life they can. Everybody has a talent and special skill. Lighthouse of Learning wants to shine a light on those talents and help you use them to create the very best life you can for yourself and for your family. We want to empower everyone with the skills necessary to become self-sufficient and start to detach from the community systems that have evolved to no longer serve you. If you rely on an outside system for things like food, financial security, and education, when that system becomes flawed or broken, you are the one that is affected. By becoming more able to provide for yourself, you can create your own security and be better equipped and empowered to create a life where you get to decide what you do.
When you become independent from the current systems that are supposed to be supporting you, but aren't efficient and as effective as we think, you will not be as negatively affected when those systems crash. For example, GMOs in the food system. These now have been placed on the endangered species list. When and if GMOs become banned in the United States, like they are in other countries already, it will not come as a shock when mass amounts of food are not on the shelves. By learning gardening, cooking, and food preservation, you will be able to provide yourself a meal by using locally grown or self-grown vegetables or meat, and preserve that food for long-term storage. By learning and implementing health maintenance strategies such as sourcing responsibly grown food, cooking your own food, staying physically active, and learning to manage stress allows you to take back control of your own health management. Understanding your personal financial portfolio allows you to make better decisions and decrease unnecessary monetary stress. Whether you become an entrepreneur or learn how to make the most of being an employee, taking back responsibility of your financial success and not waiting for your value to be recognized, you create your value and assert your worth. When you assert your worth, you don't cheat yourself out of your potential. We can start to reframe our definition of success. We all live in this world community together. Success can not only be considered our personal achievements. However, when we become independently successful and socially responsible members of our community also becomes a little bit more successful and responsible. When communities across our town, your state, nation are successful and responsible, we can begin a domino effect that could potentially change the paradigms that govern our world.
The service that we are offering is our experience in learning how to live a life by providing for yourself as much as you can. We want to empower you to take control of your success. There are many skills that are necessary for everyday living, entrepreneurship, and career development, and leading a healthy lifestyle. These are skills that are not necessarily taught, at least not in depth, in formal public education. Yet they are necessary and useful skills. Combined, Nathan and I have a wealth of skills that meet this criteria, and we want to teach others so that they can increase their skill set, become self-sufficient, reclaim their personal power, and increase their success. We offer one-on-one professional mentorship, career advancement, small business and leadership development, and employee empowerment. We offer private yoga education, which is a customized yoga practice that addresses your specific ailments, recovery, and everyday maintenance of your health. And we also offer life coaching, being a support system for you for any life changes that you decide are necessary. We offer local classes for the homeschool and yoga communities. For example, our homeschool group classes include culinary arts, yoga and anatomy, computer literacy, nutrition and health, creative writing, and real-life math applications. For the yoga community, I have taught family and kids yoga class provided free to the public on behalf of a local studio. I currently offer a chair yoga class at our local library. We work with a company offering corporate yoga and cooking workshops. And at our home studio, we offer a yoga for PTSD and trauma. We also offer a virtual learning channel containing videos and webinars that support individuals like yourself and your family to work towards self-efficacy, self-sustainment, and a sustainable, community-minded lifestyle. For example, our videos include tutorials in gardening, cooking, and financial literacy, full-length yoga classes and guided meditations, homeschool lessons in math, reading, and writing. To get you started, we are also offering a free 30-minute consultation. During this consultation, you'll have the opportunity to discuss with us your life goals and dreams, and in what areas of your life would you like to become more empowered. Whether it is your job or business, health, or personal relationships, let us know. We will offer you some initial advice to get you started. Thank you so much for watching our introduction video. Please check out our website, www.lighthouseoflearningllc.com. Like and follow us on Facebook, and contact us via email, lighthouseoflearningllc@gmail.com for your free 30-minute consultation. Thank you.